of course, this is the thing that helps keep us in check as we go ahead and play our games during the season. Publicity and spoke. Dave, did you tell her? And Dave has done this for many years, and he's done an excellent job managing Spoke for us, and we appreciate that very much. And our Sunshine Committee by Lisa Silva. And Lisa helps with things like we talked about earlier, about people that may get sick or just need support, or just a kind word here and there to help them out through a tough time. And we have a new person that's going to help us out this year with our tractors, which is essential, Rob Kurtzler. Really appreciate Rob taking that over. It's an important position to keep those tractors going for us. Player equipment, Jim Lawrence. Jim has taken over this position this year and is keeping track and an excellent job of all the equipment that's required to get us going, including our jerseys. Winter Ball, Jeff Crampton and Dave Kincaid, who's coordinating Winter Ball for us. And I think, at least I can say that I think it's another very successful Winter Ball season. We appreciate what you guys have done. First Aid, Rick Evans. And Rick will be giving a talk and demonstration a little later this morning on the ADEs. And the Tractor Brigade, setting up the fields, Greg Slauson. And Greg has a team of three or four other people that help him with getting the fields managed for us. That's important. Field equipment, Neil Pop. Neil has just been a tiger in this position and taking it over, and it's really helped a lot in getting everything coordinated, including a lot of the containers and getting the containers organized where we keep our equipment. Social activities, Sandy Camp. Very important, and Sandy will be talking more about that a little bit later, but we do have social activities already planned for this year. Playoffs, Rico. Had a successful playoff season last year, thanks to Rico and coordinating all that. And then special events and work parties like the barbecue at the end of the year, that's also Greg Slauson. So thank you, all of the committees. Like I said earlier, it is a village, and all of you are part of that village and help continue to make Creaker the great organization that it is.
Well, speaking of village, our village keeps growing. A couple of years ago, we had about 260 guys and gals who signed up to play Creaker ball. Last year it was right around the 270 mark, and now I think we're up right around the 280 mark. So for all of you that are new to Creaker ball the last couple of years, a warm welcome. And we are looking forward to seeing all you out there on the field, and we'll keep going. So for the season, we're going to do basically the same format that we've done the last couple of years. We'll kick off next week, weather permitting. Most likely not, but we'll kick off with some practice games. Then we'll start the regular season the first week of March. We'll go through to the end of August. We'll have 3 weeks off. We'll have byes for the tournament in Reno, which would be, I guess, right around Memorial Day. Then we'll take the July 4th holiday. And then the third time we'll take a bye would be right at the beginning of August. There's another tournament that a lot of players go to. So we're going to do it that way. For the fields, this year, we're going to do all our games here in Walnut Creek. It was kind of a little touch and go about one. One is a beautiful new field. For some reason, Walnut Creek wanted to do maintenance on that new field on Tuesdays, the first and third Tuesdays of the month. We said, that's probably not really the greatest thing in the world, so we did get them to commit to letting us play our games there. And for field one, We'll use it for Tuesdays and Thursdays, for AD on Tuesdays, and ND will play games there on Thursdays. And then for the other fields, we'll do 3, 4, 5, 6. We still have a time restriction on 4 and 5 because of the preschool. The time restriction is no batted balls on the infield portions of either 4 or 5 until 10 o'clock in the morning. That will mean that the games on 4 and 5 will have a start at 10:30. That's really the best we could do. We're trying to come up with a solution with the preschool. We've had several conversations with them, and one idea, and Shell Perham's been a big part of this, is to have them maybe have some kind of a shade structure over the playground area, because the kids go outside and play around 9:30, 10 o'clock, and if they can go out and play safely at that time, then we can start playing ball a little bit earlier like we used to. So that's just one of the things that we're looking at. With that, I think we can start next with talking about the fees chart. Scott, you want to do your fancy slide? We'll show you guys and gals why we had to raise the fees. We just wanted to give you we want to be as transparent as we can be about what we're doing and what we're trying to do. And on the transparent part, if you look in Club Express, you can see the copies of the minutes for leadership. We meet monthly. The first Monday of the month, we sit down, we tackle different issues, and then we write up minutes. And we put those minutes on Club Express. They're there for everybody to read if you want to know even more. If you have trouble going to sleep at night, you can take a look at it.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh, here we go.
Whoop, hold on. Do a slight adjustment. I think I got it. Okay.
Good, all right. So what everybody may not have all the information about, which is a blessing for us as an organization, is there is the Creaker organization, and then there is the Walnut Creek Senior Club. So we were actually a part of the Walnut Creek Senior Club. And because we are a part of them, we can sometimes reap some benefits. And one of the benefits that has occurred in 2024 and 2025 is they had, I'm going to say, an overabundance of resource money. And so what they did is they came to Creakers and said, you know what, we're a little heavy in our funding this year. We're going to cover all of the field fees for the Creakers, which is our biggest expense as a unit. So they did that kindly, out of the gracious of their heart, for 2004, 2024, and 2025, which helped us in turn say, well, since we have the field fees covered and we're not going to have that expense, we'll do a reduction in fees for the players and pass on the savings on you guys. So that's why the fees were lower in 2024 and 2025. In 2026, again, the senior club, having a little bit of extra money, said we can cover a portion of the field fees for 2026, and the rest you'll have to cover. So we said, okay, we're going to have to make an adjustment with our fees for this year, preparing for that reduction in the less amount of money that they gave us for field fees for this year. And then they said, but after 2026, it stops. 2027, you'll have to pay the full field fees. So we wanted to be able to increase the fees this year so it's not a huge increase coming into 2027. So what you see on this chart is two things. You're going to see the fees that we have paid. So 2019 to 2020, we paid $95. In 22, we paid $95. If we had, in 2023, we paid 120. So what I did was I tried to project this out if we had to pay full field fees. If that had happened, we probably would have paid about the same amount in 2024, 120, but then it would have gone up. It would have gone up in 2025. We may have been able to keep it the same in 2026, but then there would be another jump in 2027. What actually exists is last year we paid $65 in our fees. This year we're paying $110. And right now we're projecting, and it may vary, that it may be around 140, could be 150. But the thing you have to focus on is, one, the benefit we received from the senior club and not having to pay the field fees, and more importantly, the value that this organization brings for everybody. And even though the fees go up, to me, it is still a huge value to be able to go out once or twice a week and play ball with this fabulous community and make friends and have so much fun doing it. So, just as was said, that we want to be transparent about what's going on, because we realize that there's a couple questions about this. But if anybody would like to see me afterwards, if you have any questions, that's fine. I'll be happy to answer them the best I can. But I hope this helps bring out more transparency to everybody, and everybody understands why the fees are going up. Thank you.
I have one correction. I've already made one mistake. I'll probably make more. But Bill, a thing you noticed, for the games on fields 4 and 5, we can start playing them at 10 o'clock. We can do batting practice as long as it's not on the infield portion before 10. So. And with that, Jerry, Daisy, and Lisa, can we call you up and ask you to do some awards here for us?
I'm Jerry Dacey, Hall of Fame Committee, Lisa Silva, Sunshine Committee. A year ago at this meeting, we started a new way of recognizing our Creaker players with some serious seniority. The 25-year pin goes to anybody who's been with the program for 25 years. Last year we had a pretty good group of people inducted into that club. This year we have 5 more people to recognize in the same way. So I'm going to ask you 5 people to come up, stay up here, we'll get your picture together. Somebody on leadership will take a picture. All right, first person we're recognizing is Nolan Fong. Is Nolan here? That's Nolan, all right. I understand Nolan plays in Pleasant Hill as well, but so he must like something about our program that keeps coming back. Good to see you, Nolan. All right, next up, Mike Guerrero. One of my favorite former teammates, because I know if I play with Mikey, I'm going to have a few good belly laughs every game. Fun guy. I'm always glad to be on his team. Congratulations, Mike. All right, next up we have Bob Moeller. Bob Moeller's in the Hall of Famer, and I just want to make sure everybody knows Bob Moeller and his wife Cindy pretty much dragged us kicking and screaming into the computer age. It used to be when you registered for Creakers, you mailed in your piece of paper and your check. There was nothing online. Because of Bob and Cindy and some other people, we now have effortless online registration. Every time I do it, I can't believe how easy it is. And we have the 2 websites as well. So thanks for all of that, Bob. Dave Kincaid, thanks for taking it over. All right, next up we have Larry Rafferty. Now he's my idea of a savvy veteran. I watched him hit all last summer. Before he'd get in the batter's box, he would survey the defense and see where everybody's playing. Then he'd get in the batting box and hit it where they ain't. And I watched that and I realized, where have I seen this before? And then I remembered, yes, Gary Trihorn. That's what he does. So, congrats to Larry. All right, last but not least, we have Mark Pitzlin, if he's here. Mark Pitzlin. The Silver Streak. Not here? No. Okay, well, we'll get him his pin, and let's get a picture of these four gentlemen. Doug's gonna do the honors. That's 100 years of Creakers softball, people. All right, thanks, guys. Thank you, guys.
Okay, next Rico, you're our man here. He's gonna talk about the tournament structure here.
Well, I just have to say I'm amazed with those 5 recipients for the service. 25 years they played with the Creakers. I mean, I like to find out how they stay healthy and be played out. I struggled going on 5 years, but they made it to 25 years. That's amazing. Can we give them a hand again? Oh my goodness. Well, you know, tomorrow, men and ladies, is Valentine's Day. Hopefully you guys remembered. So, you know what I'll be doing after this meeting. In any case, I want to show some love to some people. You know, we showed some love with I'm a little off track here, I'm sorry. It's Valentine's. You know, with the people that got the 25-year service pins. I also want to thank a couple of people who played winter ball this season. Okay, it was a lot of fun. And there's 2 people that we mentioned that coordinated winter ball. That's Dave Kincaid and Jeff Craven. So give them a hand for making it happen. So thank you, kids. And the other person I want to thank, you know, this meeting took a lot of work and planning. And there's one person that really took the lead and made it happen and gave us those great donuts and muffins. And that's Sandy Camp. Let's show him some love. Okay. All right, that's enough love. So as far as the tournament, pretty much the same structure as last year. CD, you know, there are 5 teams. So as any other tournament, you know, number 1 seed plays the last seed. But with 5 teams, what we do is called the play-in. So the 4th and 5th seed teams will play each other, and the winner of that game plays the number 1 seed, and 2, 3 play, and so forth to the championship. Now with ND, we got 8 teams, so we got 1 versus 8, 2 versus 7, and so forth. So that's similar format to the championship. On, I think everyone put this date down in your calendar, August 27th, which is the ND championship game and our barbecue. So put that in your calendar. And then you got AD, 4 teams, 1 versus 4, 2 versus 3. Then you got the championship game that same week as the ND game. So that's the format we'll be going with again. And some of you are thinking, Rico, those pins last year was amazing. Bring it back. Just to show you those pins, and I appreciate the warm, response from everyone. So we are bringing the pins back, and T-shirts. We're going to go. There's some love out there. Thank you. So, of course, the leadership will come up with a nice design for the tournament award as well as the season winners for both pins and T-shirts, and we'll make it nice as always. The other thing I want to mention is there are liaisons per division. I'll be the CD liaison for leadership, so CD teams, the managers, and players, if you have questions, concerns, no complaints, let me know. For National Division, Sandy Cap will be the leadership liaison for that. And for American Division, got Doug, who will be leading that. So all complaints goes to him. Okay? So with that, I think that's it with the tournament. I think next up is Dave Rose. No, he's not going to come. Dave's not? He's shy?
Right, Dave?
We're good. All right. Thanks, everyone.
So Chuck, it's your turn to talk about sportsmanship and safety, and
Whatever.
everybody be nice to everybody.
Please.
Hi. Yeah, I've been assigned the riveting subject of safety and sportsmanship. In the handbook, I think the managers have it too, maybe not. But anybody in the Creaker handbook, there's 2 pages I think on safety, and there's 1 on sportsmanship. Please take a chance to read. I know some of you veterans have looked at that a lot, and so. But anyway, when you go back to scan, I know everybody can read, right? Well, if you can, maybe get your wife to read it too. But you know, like I say, just look that over a little bit. I mean, there's no great, revelations in there. It's really kind of a common sense safety, common sense. Make sure the equipment's, working properly. Make sure the poles, the rings are all, put the poles in them. The pitcher's gonna get a nasty surprise. And really, it's just, a matter of, in a way, looking out for one another. Last year, we had to keep Pat Hurley, may he rest in peace, from playing because we were worried he was going to hurt himself because he was really just not there. And so in a way, just, look out for one another. We're all old, right? Or, some of us are me, I'm older in a way. So anyway, if, just keep an eye on everybody. Sportsmanship, there is a code of ethics, okay, in the handbook that talks about it. And that is, it's very self-explanatory. Everybody in here, I think, pretty much has played softball. This isn't your first softball rodeo, so to speak. And so you kind of, have an idea of what you should do and how you should behave. And realize that, no one's in their prime anymore. A lot of times we get upset when somebody on our team is, not able to make a play or whatever. But just realize we're just all out here for fun and that no one's in their prime anymore. And so I would just say, you could look at that, but you sum it up, it's really, win with grace, lose with grace. Be a class act, I guess would be all I'd have to say about that. And Andy, as we were talking about at the managers meeting, that means you and I have to raise our game. Okay? So anyway, that's really, if you would look at that though, because I don't want to read that to you guys can do that, but just look at that just so you know what the actual code of ethics kind of is. So you know where we stand, like as a leadership committee, how we would have to look at any disciplinary action or anything like that. Okay? All right, short and sweet, right? Okay.
Thank you, Chuck. Rick, I think it's going to be your turn here. For the AED, we probably saved one of the really most important things here, not toward the end. What do you need there?
Scott's going to show a video first.
Okay. You want to talk us through it a little bit?
One thing, is this on?
Yes. Just real close.
Oh, okay. One thing I would say about the AED is not all rhythms are shockable. So it's good if people learn CPR. The latest CPR is that you don't have to do respirations, it's just chest compressions. You want to do them like 100 a minute. You want to do it deep enough to an inch and a half or 2, and then release if you can. The other thing is to learn the Heimlich maneuver. I've had to use it 3 times, once in the Navy, once at a pancake house, and once playing golf. And all 3 times it worked, to my amazement. So it is something to learn. I'm thinking sometime when we have a get-together, we might have somebody from a CPR instructor come to one of them with a mannequin, and they could practice the AED and CPR. I think that'd be a great idea. The other thing I was going to say was, this is a first aid kit. It's got lots of good stuff in it. It's got Tylenol, Advil, and aspirin. It's got dressings. It's got bandages. It's got the Coban, which is, you can really get a tight compression. And there'll be some empty 1-gallon bags that you can put ice in. There's also the ice that you hit. Yeah, that's about all I have to say.
Right. Do you want people to contact you when they've used supplies, or do you check those kits?
Oh, yeah. Inside the first aid kit, there's container that has a pen and a piece of paper. You can, if you use something in it, if you write it down, we'll get it replaced. Yeah, Mr. Pop has offered to help me with this and help replace it and everything. The supplies. And currently, there's 2 first aid kits. Well, there's 1 for every field. There's 2 in the 5 trailer thing, and there's 2 in the 3 and 4, and then there's 1 down in 1. 1 also has a city AED in our old building, but they basically work the same way. You just press the on button, follow the prompts. One thing I've seen happen in a hospital situation is the person that you're looking at, their left is your right. So you might think, and I've had seen hospital people do this, where they'll put it on their right chest rather than their left. And what you want to do is just, my left, here and here. But also, you can do anterior, posterior, for those of you who went to Cal. Yeah. And that's actually the best way to actually get conduction, because transverse isn't quite as good as through the chest. And, yeah, it's better.
With regard to the first aid kits, just a suggestion for the managers, you might want to have your own little first aid kit and ice packs. Because I have had, every year that I've played, I have need to have those ice packs handy for somebody who's hit their head, hit their elbow, or whatever. So you might want to keep those handy as well.
Yeah, we've actually talked about the tractor people when they do the field and bring the first aid kit out to the field, which I think would be a great idea if there's not another one available.
So we're going to try this and hope that the volume works.
Hey, one thing I should have said is call 911 as soon as possible. Sorry about that. Because at John Muir, I used to actually work there. There's always an ambulance sitting in the parking lot. And there's a couple of firehouses nearby. If you're playing at Rudgear, there's a firehouse on Doppelgray, which is right near there, and also Kaiser, Walnut Creek. So yeah, first thing, before you do anything, call 911 for sure. Sorry about that. A couple other things keep forgetting. So the AEDs, to get into the AEDs is 0911, and I think it's on all the managers' packets. I'm not sure where else it's listed. But if it's in a container that needs a combo, it's 0911.
Oh, harsh.
Yeah. And basically,
I tried to raise the volume some because
AEDs,
some people
you turn
are
them on,
hearing, so.
and then you follow the prompts. It'll talk to you.
Coffee is ready now.
I think we'll just keep moving.
Adaptive
This is the
instructions
last
and
try.
intelligent sensors keep you on track to deliver the therapy and bridge the gap until care arrives. Act quickly and confidently with Philips AEDs, your partner in the shared mission of helping to save lives. To begin, simply open the AED by pulling this lever down. The device will turn on automatically.
Begin by removing all clothing from the patient's chest. Cut clothing if needed.
Then, just follow the clear and calm voice instructions.
Look carefully at the pictures on the white adhesive pads. Peel one pad from the yellow plastic liner. Place pad exactly as shown in the picture. Press firmly to patient's bare skin.
The Heart Start On-Site walks you through the entire rescue process and lets you do it at your own pace. Once the pads are on the victim, the system itself will analyze the victim's heart rhythm and tell you when to deliver shock, if and only if the victim actually needs it.
Shock not advised. If needed, begin CPR.
And it even guides you through CPR. It's just that easy. Maintaining a Philips on-site AED is easy too. Each system comes with a simple maintenance sticker to keep track of the 2 accessories, the pads and the battery, that will eventually need to be replaced. On this sticker, write down the key dates for your accessories, the install by date for your spare battery, and your expiration date for the pads. When it comes time to replace the battery and pads, all you need to do is pop out the old battery, slip in the new battery, slide this lever to pop out the old pads cartridge, and drop in the new pads cartridge. Each HS1 AED does its own self-testing every day. All you need to do is make sure this green light is blinking. Act quickly and confidently with Philips AEDs, partnering with you in the shared mission of helping to save lives. Innovation and you, Philips.
All right, thank you, Rick and Scott.
Over 68% of all cardiac arrests in the United States occur in the home. How can you be prepared?
All right, here we go, Sandy.
Okay, off-site activities. I've scheduled 3 months for it so far. So in April, on the 14th and 16th, we're going to do my tests again. So again, my budget is about that big. So we need to find places that don't require minimums or deposits and stuff. If anyone has any ideas, let me know. So my tests on Tuesday and Thursday, the 14th and 16th. In May, one of our guys, Dave Mercurio, has a band called the Sounds of Skinner. They're playing in Danville. Then in Tuesday, the 12th and the 14th of May, we're going to go try the Headlands Brewery, which is not too far from the field either. And then JD's band is playing Thursday, June 4th at the Legends at Diablo Creek. And then another social back at Mike Hess in June. So I'll post these on Spoke before they happen. And I know Ron will get some of your things up there too. So let me know if you have any suggestions of places that we can go. All right, thank you.
Sandy does so much for the Creakers. I really think she's twins, but there's at least 2 of them. So with that, we're going to go to the Q&A, and Doug is our man. He knows everything, supposedly.
I don't know anything. This is the Q&A session. Hopefully it's brief because I'm the one keeping you from the rosters and knowing who you're playing for. So, question, please.
Are we going to continue the program with having the ND umpire and CD games?
Yes. We are? Yes.
Good answer.
The question is if we're going to continue having the ND umpire the CD games, and the answer is yes.
Who's managing that?
I'm sorry?
Who is managing it?
Who is managing it? Rico.
Rico. All right.
Well, you don't have to say anything. You're good. No, I'm trying to get everybody wants to know who. So.
Yes, all the answers.
All right, any more questions?
Yeah, the playoffs.
Please, Chuck.
Spring sauce and rainouts, or are we posting it on Spoke, or what are we doing about rainouts?
Is Greg, what are we doing about rainout games? Okay, the question is.
I can tell you that next week I will not have the list ready probably.
Okay.
So that the following weeks, I'll get something together for ADCD if it's raining. And it looks like next week.
Is it right now? The question is about
Tuesday, it'll be a washout, and I wouldn't be surprised if Thursday is either because the field will be fucked up.
That was a technical term. But generally, Greg, you would have that information and you would get it published, or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so it's a yep with I think. So
Volunteer to do it.
we'll somehow, you'll all know if you're playing or not. So one other question that came up, there was a question about the Field 1 and Field 6 for AD. What we were going to do if 6 is muddy, but apparently the field number 1 drains real well, is what we're hearing. So if there's a game on, well, there would be a game on 1, a game on 6, will 1 play and 6 not? And because we have to manage standings and things, what we decided that if 6 is out, 1 is out too.
That's the way it's always been.
Well then, why did somebody ask the question? All right.
Doug.
Yes, sir. Ed.
Any new rules?
Excuse me?
Any new rules?
Any new rules?
Dave Rose.
Dave, there are no new rules.
So just one point on that, and Dave, correct me if I'm wrong. So we made some we made some adjustments to rules last year, clarifications, and we made one new rule, and that had to do with field 3, and that still applies for this year. So last year, we made a couple of clarifications to rules, and we added one new rule on field 3, and that still applies for this year. Yeah, yep. Home run. Yeah, that was it, yeah.
So nothing changed in the opposite. Scott?
Go ahead.
You don't have to worry about that section.
Oh, me? I hit it over the infield, I'm happy.
And once he's behind the cones, then he's an outfielder.
Right.
Rubber goes behind the cones.
He's an outfielder, correct. That's right.
Okay.
Any more on rules?
Okay.
Hey, that's the way to handle your business. Okay, any other questions? Great, thank you.
Scott, you're the man here. Those comments?
Great review.
Okay, we actually made a quick decision today. We decided to wait and hold off a week before we give you this. No, I'm just kidding. Obviously, that's why everybody's here. Okay, so this is the format we're going to try for this year. I'm going to show you a list of the rosters and the managers for each division. We're going to ask that, we're going to show the CD. We're going to ask that the managers get rosters from Sandy, correct?
We have.
From Sandy. So you're going to come up and get rosters and then go to your positions. And then we're going to go ND. Come up.
Go to your positions, and then we'll give you your rosters and your schedule.
Yeah. Everybody know what color they are? If you don't know what color you are, then come up. So if you know what color you are, go to your positions, and then we'll hand out the rosters to you. But we're going to do CD, and then ND, and then AD.
For the managers,
For the managers. Managers only. Okay. Is this 80? Continental, CD. CD. Keith Tanaka is a manager for CD. For gold. For blue, it's Andy Steinberg. For purple, it is Julia Gillette and Mike Natal. For green, it is Rico. And for maroon, it is Jim Kettner. And I apologize if I say your names wrong.
Do we go now?
Yes, yes. Okay, this is the ND managers. For gold, Jeff Craven. For green, Terry Camp. For light blue, Jerry Gacy. For navy, Mike Sarasi. For orange, Dave Rose. For gray, Chuck Wisnett. For purple, Bill. For Cardinal, Lee Serenello. Cardinal red.
Sure, maroon, cardinal red, yeah, sure.
This is for the American League. For green, Glenn Shipley. For scarlet, Ron Schwab. For gray, Pat Carmen. For orange, Jay Sylvester. Okay. Are we all good? Okay.